That's why we call it offline TV.
You didn't know?
So she was the it girl for League of Legends. That's how she knew Scar, because Scar was the it guy.
And then we became an it couple.
What's the most traumatic thing you guys went through in offline TV? Do you think our friend group is a matriarchy?
Welcome, guys, to episode 40 of Sweet and Sour, and we are joined by our neighboring podcast. We were fighting before this. Woo! Woo!
Hey, you gonna
Hey,
say
where's
something?
the-
Do you guys not have any feelings
What?
about joining us?
Yeah,
Hello?
You were
Not one of-
holding the
Hello?
mic. You were supposed to respond to that.
Well, I was waiting for you to respond so that we can respond together or
This is what they
something.
do. This
No,
is
I
what
got
they do.
distracted by one of your assistants.
Okay,
For
what
what?
did they do?
TFT guy. The
flex?
TFT guy.
Flex?
Hey.
The social media. He's social media for TFT. He made
He
me do
is.
TikToks.
Oh. Is he giving you war flashbacks or what's happening
He
here?
made you do
TikTok.
He works with us too.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me and Yvonne. And we're not going to be
Talking about-
fighting on your podcast.
But we want you guys to fight.
Yeah, it's like
No.
Why not?
it's like meeting characters from like a TV show, and
Yeah.
then like, oh my god, now fight, do the thing.
It's like if you met me and Lily and we weren't sweet and sour. Like, that would just be
Exactly.
boring.
Hey, who do you think is sweet and sour?
Lily is sweet. Poki is sour.
That's crazy.
Wait, I was gonna say the opposite.
word.
What?
That's
Yeah.
the fun of the show. When she's
Yeah.
sweet, I can be sour. When I'm sweet, she can be sour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a nice dynamic to have.
Wait, so you think I'm not sweet, huh, Toast? Tell us more about that.
I think you're realistic. And Lily
Okay,
is
that's
more
flashbacks.
optimistic.
I
Oh,
got
Wait, I completely disagree. I think I'm 5 times more optimistic than Lily. Don't you think you're more of a pessimist?
Oh, for sure. She's way more optimistic.
It's
than
like you
me.
don't know us.
no,
Yeah,
I
I-
do know you guys.
Let's just keep it in the middle. He said
Okay.
we can keep it in the middle.
That
I'll
you
hold
don't
it for
think
you,
you
my
do.
queen.
Oh, thank
Right
you.
here.
You think Poki is the sweet and Lily is the sour?
Well, like they just both
See, we
play
need
off of
instant
each other. What do you
face.
mean? Like
Who's
you could switch. You think people are
This is fine.
one-dimensional?
Ooh,
No,
tough.
no, you can't do the middle of the ground answer.
There
They're
is no
both
middle of the
sweet
ground.
and they're
Hey,
both
yeah,
sour.
This is
Sometimes
her
you're
being
fine, and
offensive.
sometimes you're like this.
He does
Then
it
what?
to you too.
But yeah, he
You
does it.
think
Oh,
when they created sweet and sour, they
Yeah,
did it with the
seriously, this guy.
intention that they're both sweet and sour?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Yes, why not? I don't understand.
They said yes.
Okay, let's ask them since we're here.
Oh.
When you guys made the podcast, was the intention that both of you are sweet and sour, or one is sweet and the other is sour?
Both of us were sweet and sour.
You're raising your voice.
Sorry.
Actually, it's both. Like when one's sweet, the other's sour.
Yeah, it's
and then
technically
we
both.
flip flop.
Guess you're wrong, Jeremy.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't
So
know
what
if he
now?
believes in believing in women. You know.
I did not come on this podcast to get 3v1.
It feels like 3v1ing. Anyway.
Hey, excited
So
to be
fun.
here.
Yeah, happy to be here.
It's okay. Sometimes you guys can fight, and we'll be on Toast.
Well, it's actually like so exciting to witness it in real life, you know?
She actually feels like she thinks that we're cartoon characters, but we
like
know
actually
her.
cartoon characters.
We're not here just to dance for you guys.
Dance,
We're not
monkey
monkeys,
dance.
okay? And me and Yvonne fought plenty today. Plenty today. So we're gonna
Really?
be.
What about?
I guess you can say they were fighting before this.
We were fighting before. I mean, we were recording our podcast before this, and there was fighting. We should change the name to "We Were Fighting During This" and after this.
Before,
funny.
after.
We are
Really?
always fighting. Dot.
Well, like he had this crazy idea today. Okay,
Don't.
he thought that not engaging would be the best way to not start a fight. So guess what he did instead? He instead just sat there and was eating his breakfast. And I'm walking up to him because we're about to start a podcast. I said, hi. I said, hey. And he just like doesn't respond. In
Mhm.
fact, he waits, takes another bite of his salmon,
Mhm.
still doesn't respond.
Mhm.
I'm like, hey, 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 like, why are you ignoring me? And this whole time, he just did not say a word until we started our podcast, thinking that ignoring me was a better solution.
Why did you invite us? Why did you?
Well, it
invite-
wasn't
Wait, wait.
yeah.
What do you mean not engaged? Why were you anticipating fighting?
Oh, because that's what always happened. I'm running social experiments where some days I'm really nice, but she feels that's weird. Every time I'm really nice, people say, "Ooh, you're being weird right now. I'm like, fine, I'm not gonna be nice. So I'd be mean. It's like, ooh, you're being mean. So today I'm trying out a new strategy. I just ignore her. And she didn't like that either. So next week I'm gonna try something different.
Can I propose perhaps the issue is that you're strategizing your personality when you should just be yourself?
Nah, that doesn't work.
Nah, we don't want him to be
Nah.
himself,
No,
Poki.
being himself is a little too much.
No, no,
Mean
no,
that
no, no,
people
no, no.
don't like me
that was a
when I'm
stupid
me.
suggestion. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. I'm so sorry.
What is the real you, Jeremy?
Ooh.
That's something I'm still figuring out.
Figuring it out.
Yeah. I went to therapy, but I don't like my therapist, so I'm switching.
Oh shit.
Thank you.
They have a hair fixer on their podcast. We only have Chelsea, who's great, by the way. You know what else we have? Scar coming to the kitchen, stomping his way to the fridge.
And then getting ice for his blast. Just
Like, he does everything. It's like
That's so
giant
cute, though,
jug.
like homemade vibes.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cute though.
He was opening his
Yeah.
Amazon packages.
He said, "Let me give you guys a
Scar.
haul on the side."
Yeah, no, you guys got a good setup here.
Should we
Yeah.
introduce? They know.
All right, guys, if you don't already know, which you definitely do, this is Yvonne and Disguised Toast. We were all a part of OTV for a very, 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 very long time, and our origins all differ quite a bit. So let's go over them. And everyone can say their own origin story. How about that?
Oh, we can tell each other's origin story.
Ooh, okay, you pick
Whoa.
one, then I pick one, and
Toast.
then we swap seats. Okay.
Okay, well, I'll do it for Lily then.
No, wait. Why don't we go this way?
No.
No. Why don't we
You
go
do my
clockwise?
story, I'll do your story.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
I could do toasts too.
Yeah, maybe you can do.
Okay, toasts. Toast lived in Canada way back in the day. Prior to that, did you live in Taiwan?
Mm-mm.
No. Did you ever? Malaysia.
Mhm.
You should have done it. Anyways, Toast was a very, very popular Hearthstone streamer initially with his face hidden. What do you call those again? I was going to say unfaced. I had way too much caffeine today and it's not hitting the way that it should. Anyways, faceless streamer. One of those, right? And he did a very interesting, cool face reveal. And then he ended up working with the same manager that Skara and I were also working with. And then that manager brought him out to LA and tricked him into being an OfflineTV, which is how he then joined the house and the group. Maybe like 6-7 years ago. Yep.
And make sure to emphasize that some of us had no idea who he was, even though he was allegedly very popular.
Only you didn't know who I was.
Just gotta really make sure the audience knows I had no idea who he was. Yeah. Anyway, Yvonne.
No. I gotta.
Oh.
Let me do Poki.
And then we can also add on to each other.
Pokimane was a student at McGill.
Holy shit!
McMaster. Close.
McMaster?
Another Mc. Not McDonald's.
McMaster University
Student at McDonald's.
McGill's.
in Canada.
Popular university.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
And she got started playing League of Legends.
True.
And she was pretty good at it. I think
Oh,
she
yeah.
was Diamond.
Diamondo.
Which is, back then we didn't have
Good.
emeralds.
Yeah,
So Diamond
That's
was
pretty
pretty
good.
high.
Diamond back then was
Yeah.
better
Is there
than.
another one?
Yeah, they added Emerald.
Grandmaster? I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, Master Grandmaster.
There's Grandmaster in League of Legends now?
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
Wait,
it
I saw you
has.
playing League the other day.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
I
Guys,
know.
it's League Arcane. Let's bring it back.
No,
Nah,
no.
no,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
that one.
Sorry, go on.
So she was the it girl for League of Legends.
Crazy.
So that's
word.
how she knew Skara, because Skara was the it guy.
And then we became an it couple.
Are we revealing that?
So one day, Skara has this idea, Lobster Town.
Oh
No!
my god!
No, Lobster Town was the manager.
Oh, well, thank God it wasn't a thing.
I
Offline
agree.
TV and recruited Poki to be part of it.
That's also false.
I wasn't around back then, I'll be honest.
Okay, let me correct you real quick. I was initially going to move down to LA because I was deciding to take a year off. And I said, YOLO, might as well stream while I'm in LA. I come down here, my living arrangements fall through. But I happen to have the same manager as Skara, and he was living with Skara. So he said, we have a spare room, just come live here. So we started living together, and then we're like, why don't we make this a whole thing? And he said Lobster Town, and I said no. How about offline TV? Because we will showcase what we do when we're offline.
That's why we call it offline TV.
You didn't know?
I actually didn't
knew
know
this.
either. Wait,
You didn't know?
No,
I
we
knew it
don't.
was supposed to be called Lobster Town in the beginning, or somebody threw that out there, and then
That was the
and then
manager.
afterwards
the whole
OTV.
premise was we were like a bunch of gamers / streamers
Who are streamers, yeah.
who do offline activities, and that's why we're offline TV.
This is why we're the later members. This is why
Don't
we're the
lump
later.
me in
Oh,
with
this
you,
is why-
number
oh, fuck
7.
yeah.
We are. Yeah, and what? You're number 6.
I'm 5.
You're 5?
You're
That's
7.
No.
That's
Technically, I joined
sick.
before Michael, but not as talent. So then, I'm
No,
6,
don't.
6, 7, 6/7.
No,
It's okay,
calm
guys.
down,
We're all
7.
in the same boat, kind of.
And then one day she played Fortnite, and that's how Pokimane was born.
Nice. That's good. Why are we clapping?
We didn't clap for me, the fuck? Whatever.
And her hometown
Ooh.
is near Niagara Falls.
Okay.
Yeah, slay. I also want to note Toast now has a 3rd earring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you have to show them.
3 holes.
Every time I go on vacation for a month, I get another one.
Why? Why is that? Another piercing?
I just get really bored, and it takes 1 month for it to heal. So I'm like,
Okay.
okay, I'm going to disappear for a month. Might as well get one.
My piercing.
So I've been on 4
Oh.
trips.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, your style has, it feels like it's leveled up.
We don't have to talk about that.
Okay, cool.
Poki.
Blazia.
No.
Wait, now it's your guys' turn.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
Yvonne, and
Yvonne,
Lily,
why don't you start
guys-
with Lily?
Okay, Yvonne.
What?
What?
He said Yvonne start with Lily, and then you started yapping.
Oh, I thought he said, why don't you start with Lily? So I thought I'm going. You know
No,
this.
Yvonne goes.
Oh, can I go?
Okay, go.
Yvonne was Poki's assistant. I remember there was a dinner and you were there.
Yeah.
You had the same hair color as me and very similar glasses. And I remember I was so fucking intimidated by her.
Why me?
Because you were Poki's assistant.
Why is that intimidating?
Because you intimidated me too. So I thought, oh, her assistant.
Intimidation
must
by
be-
affiliation.
Yeah, affiliation. Yeah. And then I got to know her and she's like the opposite of
Are you
intimidating.
serious
Like,
right
it's
now?
fucking crazy.
Valid.
And I stayed on the offline, helped out a bunch in the early formulative years,
Mhm.
and then became a content creator. And now has a podcast with Toast.
Slay.
Slay. Did I miss anything? Oh, she's from Calgary.
Mhm.
Right?
Canadian
Yeah,
girl.
she's
just
Canadian.
Like
Yeah, you
me,
got
for
it.
real.
Yeah.
Which I think we should all go to Calgary one day.
Yeah, that's like me
Sure.
saying we should all go to New Jersey.
Yeah, but I would go to New Jersey.
Okay, and
I care about
would
you.
go to Calgary because I care about you too.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna go.
Yeah.
She doesn't mean that.
No, I'll go to Calgary.
Lily's told me she'll come with me to 6 different places in the last year, and she's gone to maybe
Babe,
one
babe,
or
can
a
we not do
half.
this? Can we not do this?
No, you know what? We were fighting before this. We'll fight right now.
honey, chill. I'll buy you a cardio.
Anyways,
I remember seeing old clips of Yvonne with black hair, and it like stuns me every time.
so
No,
true.
Right?
yeah, that would be hard to watch. Don't ever have black hair.
You've told me this more than once. I don't.
No, I'm so used to you with blonde hair now, Yvonne. It's
True.
like
I know.
It's like your
you. It's your signature. How
It's
do
your
you think?
thing.
You'll.
It's like if Rose dyed her hair dark, you'd be like,
Ooh, I don't
whoa,
know. I
yeah,
want to be
whoa.
used to it. Yeah.
I know. I just like I've even had my hair dyed like a darker color throughout the years, and I for some reason it just I don't like it.
Blonde
It doesn't
suits
stick
you.
to me.
I
It
think blonde
does.
suits you.
I agree.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, Lily from New Jersey, parents had a restaurant
They
that I never
did.
got to eat at,
Dude,
which I'm
you
really
missed
sad
out, man.
about.
Toast. Tell them how it was.
They brought out like $500 worth of sushi.
Sushi.
Sashimi,
They had a sushi restaurant.
uni, the
They brought out
fancy stuff.
everything, man.
Every fish in
think it
the
was, like,
ocean.
I told my mom like, "Oh, my friends are coming over," and they got really excited, and they just like whole
The
fucking spread.
best sushi in New Jersey.
Oh, that's nice. I don't think that's true. Maybe actually, I don't know.
That might be true.
But
I'm
they're
upset.
retired now.
I'll
So.
start that rumor.
Lily started with trying to make friends in League of Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't work out.
Didn't work out. Made little short animation thingies that were really cute though. I remember watching
Hell
them. They
yeah.
were my favorite. Actually, Lily was the content I watched the most because of her videos. Little like
You'll hear that
drawings
a
and
lot.
stuff.
No more than Jeremy, but go on, yeah.
I knew Toast through Hearthstone, but that was
I didn't even know him. That's the thing. Like Hearthstone, I had no idea what Hearthstone was really.
there weren't that many Hearthstone.
Right? I only knew Hafu.
Hearthstone was
I
literally
feel, you
the
know, it's like
biggest game on Twitch for like a good 4
I knew
years.
Hafu.
I knew Hafu too.
Amaz,
Yeah,
Crip.
I knew
Amaz,
Crip and Hafu.
Crip.
Yeah.
Crip and Toast were beefing all the time.
I remember.
Reynad?
Yeah, the thing with
Reynad?
Crip
Oh
too.
my god.
God, that was such slap.
That shit
Wow.
was so funny because to me, like when someone in OTV has an op, I have an op. Don't know Crip. He's probably a great guy.
Oh
but,
yeah,
you
he's
know.
great. He's great.
And no,
Not
he's a nice
actual
guy.
He's a
beefing,
nice
by
guy.
the way.
He's
Not
actually a
real
nice guy.
beefing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this
Uh,
is the king of the Hearthstone category, okay? OTV disguised Toast.
Thank you, Poki.
Yeah.
She's right though. What else about Lily?
League of Legends, joined Offline TV,
Yeah.
has Temmie,
Yeah.
became my next door neighbor
Yeah.
in the house.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We went through 5 houses together.
Yeah.
and a lot of
4,
trauma.
5? Yeah.
Oh,
A
yep.
lot of trauma.
We should talk about that.
What's the most traumatic thing you guys went through in offline TV?
Oh.
Ooh.
Maybe we should like warm up to the most
Yeah,
traumatic.
okay. What was
What about the
Throw anything
happiest
out.
moment?
Okay,
you know? What about the
happiest
happy-
moment.
like-
You know what was real traumatic?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Those 4-hour meetings, girl.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, we had phases. Don't know what the fuck was going on in our brains. You
And
know?
it would just be a whiteboard. Okay, the whiteboard was out. Okay,
The rolling
We're-
whiteboard.
with the rolling whiteboard, and we're all sitting on the couch. Everybody's there,
And
and the
after-
words of what
yeah.
do we want offline TV to be?
What's
on the,
our mission statement?
Dude, we sat there for 4 hours, and after
Yeah.
hour 2, everyone was checking out. Nobody
Yeah.
really gave you know, like after
Yep.
hour 2, you check out. You
Your
lose
brain is
interest.
mush. Yep.
And the fucking things on the whiteboard started to make no sense to me. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, what the fuck is a mission statement? I just want to make cool videos.
So to clarify, like we had staff members in OTV, and of course we had creators. And sometimes we would have certain issues come up, or sometimes they were just trying to structure OTV more. And so the intentions were all good, but I swear to God, sometimes I felt like we were sat in those meetings theorizing on things we didn't need to, or making problems out of nothing. I've talked about this before. My biggest bone to pick was when I wanted to start a podcast, and there wasn't an OTV podcast yet, I think, right? And we just talked about it for so long that it just depressed the idea out of me. You know what I mean? I don't even remember most of it anymore. to be
I can't
honest.
remember a lot
I
of
just
it.
remember the meetings were so long.
Yeah, it's all a blur. I'm gonna be
A little
real.
bit.
It's a big old blur.
Do you guys remember what we discussed?
For the podcast or at just the meetings in
The
general?
podcast and anything.
Oh, do you remember
Uh,
the equity talks?
I do. I remember the equity
Fucking
talk.
what equity? What monopoly?
What? We're never gonna sell it anyway.
Yeah.
Who's
Why are we
gonna
talking
buy
about this
OTV?
shit?
Does someone
Yeah.
want to buy OTV?
We're not gonna sell it, so
No.
equity doesn't matter.
It did not
We
matter.
don't get money from it, so like
No.
rev share doesn't matter.
No.
Unless we did a rev share, which we never
We
did.
never do.
I remember talks about tour.
Oh my god, yeah.
So what
Oh
the
yeah,
fuck
the
was up with
tour.
that?
The tour.
Too.
Yeah.
The
tour.
tour.
So like I remember we were in talks, like they were trying to push like, oh, OTV goes on tour, and
Yeah.
none of us really wanted to. I
Feels
think.
like we're
We're
streamers.
What are
Like,
we gonna do?
we...
Yeah, we're not musicians or whatever.
Like you're gonna go on stage, okay, and you're gonna play Mafia on stage.
Yeah.
And we're
what's
like,
that?
what? How's that gonna work?
Yeah. It was. We had to really push back on it.
But this was in the touring era of content creators. Like everybody would tour.
Yeah,
Right, it was
YouTubers.
And you
Full
might make a
season.
lot of money actually, or like I don't know about a lot, but you might make some money, but also it's in a way so embarrassing a lot of the time.
Fuck it. Let's go on tour.
Honestly, with the podcast,
With a
I think we'd be
podcast.
down.
With a podcast, I go on tour because there's like a.
Double podcast tour.
We should do it.
That's actually pretty cool.
That's kind of cute. I like that idea.
Anyways, yeah. What else did we discuss in our traumatic meetings?
Yeah. I mean, you brought up the mission statement, the North Star.
Oh, yeah.
The North Star.
The North Star was a term
Like,
that was
we
used
don't
a
know
lot.
what we're doing.
Yeah, we're kind of fumbling our way through the years.
Yeah, because back then everything was so undefined,
Mhm.
and we were kind of like one of the earlier streamer houses looking back on it, and we didn't know what we were doing. The
Mhm.
management didn't really know what they were doing. We were just
Vibing.
streaming, IRL streaming the house randomly, playing Mafia. So when we started talking about strategy and business,
It all fell apart.
and like we didn't like,
It really all fell apart.
Why
yeah,
are we talking about it for 5 hours though?
It was just so much talking in circles. I just think like, and
Yeah.
then by 2 hours, our brain is mush. We're not retaining anything. It's not productive. I don't know.
yeah. No, it was pretty bad.
But it's interesting to look back on because it feels like a fever dream. Like I'm trying so hard to recall. Because me, I can yap for 5 hours in a meeting. Do I want to? No. So I'm trying to remember literally like what would we be stuck on?
I also don't remember exactly. It's all blur.
Ugh, I
Yeah,
feel like
yes.
I'm doing. We're talking in circles again.
Okay. Anyway.
Let's move on.
I remember a funny story.
Yeah.
I was in Taiwan and Twitch agreed to like send out OTV to Taiwan to do like an IRL trip and
Yes,
stream,
I
and
recall.
they gave us $10,000, which it's not an insane amount of money now.
But for
No,
that many people, it's actually a bit hard.
yeah, but back then it's like wow, 10,000. Not that I'm scoffing at $10,000.
Yes, yes, yes.
No,
That's a lot of money.
It's
It
a lot
is.
of money.
But logistically, also for like 10 people and
So
flights
it was
and-
kind of
yeah,
like
it's a bit hard.
a bit of bonus spending money, and people were still paying for their own
Mhm,
flights.
mhm.
I just remember that money went, to be safeguarded by our manager's wife. And if you want to spend that money to buy like street food, you had to ask her, hey, can we get $20 to get some fried chicken?
Wait, this happened?
Mommy!
Yeah. And I remember just feeling, wait, that's so weird that we have to do that because we shouldn't have needed to go through this like hoop from it. Like someone's got,
Mhm.
hold the money, but I just remember that being really strange. And looking back, it's like, did we need to bring the manager's wife to look after money? Shouldn't the manager have done that?
I feel like there was perhaps a little bit of nepotism going on around that time. And I mean, to be fair, also when you're a streamer, sometimes it's just easier to work with people that you know and trust. But when it was our manager making those decisions on our behalf, like kind of just without asking for our permission, bringing his wife into certain roles and positions without it really making sense to us, it became a little bit problematic because if we had someone maybe who was like a CFO, like they're supposed to manage the finances, that would make sense. But we never chose for her to do that. So it just ended up being a lot of odd situations that maybe shouldn't have occurred.
I had the worst food poisoning that trip with Skara.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
And
my god.
you guys all shared one Airbnb. I remember.
Yeah, we all slept in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
And Scar and I had grilled oysters at the night market. Then the day you guys went to the fish market, Scar and I were really sad.
Oh.
I watched the stream on bed while puking and shitting at the same
Oh,
time.
honey.
That was really bad food poisoning. I remember that. Good times.
That was a fun trip, though. I will say.
yeah.
I love all sleeping in the same room. Like when we're all traveling together, I think that's so fun.
It's cute.
It's kind of like what they do on Love Island.
What?
That's crazy.
Y'all don't watch Love Island? Like,
Have you been watching the newest season?
hell yeah! Every night, I'm gonna go home and watch. I'm so excited.
Is it that good?
I'm only
It's
on
my
episode
reason to
2.
live.
Are you
You're
watching too?
watching?
You're watching Love Island.
I'm on episode 2. No spoilers.
Is
Oh
it
my
good?
God.
Do you like it?
It's just trash reality TV.
I would love to see.
Yeah, it is.
I want to see Toast on a reality TV show.
Oh, me too.
That'd be so funny,
I
right?
don't- that one would-
If you let loose, you would be so.
yeah,
funny.
like if I got to do my thing, I
Mhm.
think I'll be funny, but I think I'll be so shy
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
reserved
you
on
are
Love,
shy.
Love
I
Island.
agree.
Yeah.
But maybe they like the shyness. I don't know.
Nah.
No?
Also, I've never seen an Asian guy on that show. There's been like 30
That's
seasons.
true.
Not a single Asian guy.
That is odd.
Why do you think
wanna know
that
what's funny?
is?
Hmm.
I don't think they have many Asian girls either.
Mhm.
But there was a girl on this season who did some Asian cultural appropriation and got kicked off.
Wait, what happened?
So they're like, no Asian people, but also you can't appropriate them. It was so
What?
odd. Yeah, her name's Yelissa, I think.
Oh, well, Yelissa got kicked because I thought it's because she was dropping the N word.
I think it's that and
The
because
cultural appropriation.
yeah, she wore like I think she wore an outfit that felt a little cultural appropriation to some.
Oh.
But we're just theorizing.
Yeah.
I can't say for sure.
I would say the N word's bigger than that.
I agree.
I
But yeah,
don't
she was in
know.
episode 1 and then she just disappears in
Oh my
episode 2.
god.
And they don't address it. They don't say anything. They're just like, she went home.
Yeah,
Oh,
left the
wow.
island.
Legit.
But they take this pretty seriously because if you should appear on one of these shows, you blow up from
Yes,
it.
you do. I
do.
noticed all
Yeah,
the people.
from like 5,000 followers to millions of
Millions of
followers
followers.
Really?
Yeah,
in
they,
less than a week.
Yvonne,
Yeah.
go on Love Island. I can't
Hey,
imagine.
I don't know if I would survive there.
I don't think I can
I don't
survive.
think-
I don't think
I
any
don't
of
think
us
you
could
would
survive.
survive.
Maybe
Yeah,
Poki.
I barely survive in LA, let alone Love Island.
Want to talk
Have you
about it?
Have you seen the dating scene?
Oh,
girl.
you guys talk about it a lot on your podcast, right? Your dating life.
Yeah. Do you guys talk about your dating lives?
Sometimes, but she just gets mad at me.
That's not true.
She goes, ugh. Like every time I talk about Michael.
Okay, but you know how Lily is sometimes? It's a little ugh.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I-
I'm
yeah.
just answering.
You're
you.
right.
Yeah, no, it's like, we get it, and I'm so happy for
Oh
you.
my God, you're so nice.
Sometimes her stories are really fun and quirky, and I'm like, aw. And sometimes she's like, I just love Michael. I want to have his babies.
I never said that. I have never said I want to have his babies. What do you
She did.
I didn't.
And I will babysit, don't worry.
Okay, I'm not gonna have babies. But
Yeah, what about your guys' love lives?
Yeah,
Let
mine's-
us.
mine's
Hey.
so
Let's
boring, you know.
discuss.
Mine's too happy and healthy, and like I'm like in a
Do you
really.
get what I mean?
No, I totally get it.
Right?
I've been on trips with them. It's just like sometimes we'll be in the same hotel room, and then I'm on my my bed, and because we have two queen beds, and it'll be her and Michael on the other side, just here giggling like yeah, and then she'll be like, "Oh, sorry,
I'm sorry for being
Sorry
in
for being
so
in love."
happily in love. I'm sorry for being in love.
And you should be sorry.
Okay.
Anyways.
Anyway, how's your love life, Yvonne?
How are you guys?
Oh, jeez.
Oh. Yo, it's really hard out here, huh?
Yeah, like where are the good men?
Oh, don't say that.
Sorry.
Well,
Don't say
I
that.
would say it is harder for a girl than it is for a guy.
Really? Because
Yeah.
it's usually the opposite. No.
Wait, I agree. I think it's harder for a girl than a guy.
I
Harder for a
think
girl?
in our position,
Hmm.
for Poki and Yvonne to find a guy that is
Ah.
emotionally mature and also has some level of masculinity,
Yeah.
that's also single.
It's like that Venn diagram.
It's a
Pick two.
yeah, it's a Venn diagram for them.
Also in LA.
Yeah.
in LA. Yeah, that's hard.
As a guy, you know, I would say I get to be quite flexible. And like the girls I want to engage with.
Yeah.
But I think these two, because they're looking for a serious relationship, things are less flexible.
What kind of flexible are you being?
Yeah, I'm
I
like.
don't know, I'm just figuring things out.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, I just think
What
I
the
know
fuck is piercings? I'm
so
dead.
many more like good girls than like I would be able to refer more girlfriends
to guys
than the opposite, you know? That's the
I'm
thing, I
just
wouldn't-
honestly, I'm like so chill, happy being single. Like, you know, at some point you're like, whatever. Like, it's almost like an obnoxious thing to worry about at this point. So I'm like, I'll let fate do its thing.
yeah,
Shoot your
honestly, I'm
queen,
also
we get-
chilling.
You guys are at the acceptance phase.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, you
yeah.
go through denial, grief, anger. Why did he do that? You cry, and then you're like, oh, fuck it. Honestly, life's not bad as it is. So
Yeah, better,
Yeah.
you know, better to be happy and single than miserable and in a relationship, right?
This is true. This
Yeah.
is true.
oh yeah.
But of course, the best is being happy and in a relationship. But we're not.
Okay.
We're not going to touch on that right now.
Well, I'm having a good time not fighting for my life against another boy, so I'm enjoying it in this way.
Have you had any tough experiences dating in LA?
Uh,
Oh yeah, you have dating stories.
I think it's just hard to like come across anybody interesting. I feel like I've
She thinks
seen,
LA
I've
men are
met
boring.
so many people. I constantly meet people here and there,
She
and
does. She
it's
does.
just someone who stands out to me or even will grow on me as dating potential just almost never comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does go out. She once told me she was going to go pickleball.
Yeah. People do that a lot.
Yeah, but she
Pickleball
didn't
is
know
normal.
anyone there.
Oh yeah,
She
yeah,
just
yeah.
went like far away
And I
to
dragged
pickleball.
Leslie with me.
Yes. Oh, Leslie's
I
the one
love
who
that.
mentioned this. Yes.
Yeah.
Wowza.
I was talking with Yvonne about this, but the girls in our friend group, whenever they date normie guys, I wonder what it's like from their perspective.
From the normal
Normal guy, like
know,
let's say he's an
people don't like being
accountant,
called normies. You know that, right?
the banker, the accountant, software engineer, just like a very normal job, and coming into, okay, well, this is my girlfriend and she's a popular streamer, and this is her best friend, super big popular streamer, and this is their friend group, everyone's a popular streamer, and I crunch numbers. I wonder how they feel to be put in that position, and I wonder if it ever affected the relationship in a way of like, maybe they feel like they're not cool enough, or they have to overcome that, or they're happy just, yeah.
He's someone who's kind of normie. I never had that problem.
Do you think he had that problem?
No, he introduced me to his friends fine. And some of his friends knew of me, and then some of them were just like, oh, cool. And like they were really nice.
I think it depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
I've come across people who initially it's fine, but then at some point, they almost develop like is it called a tick on their shoulder? What's on their shoulder?
Chip on their shoulder.
Chip on their shoulder. Yeah, I'm really tired today. Anyways, a chip on their shoulder about like, everyone's a somebody and I'm not a somebody.
But they are somebody, you know?
No, I know, but and the thing is, it's not about whether or not they have a quote unquote normie job. I think it just has to do with how secure they
That's
are
true. If you're secure
in themselves,
shit
in their
like that won't
career, in
bother
their
you.
whatever, in their whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, the other thing is, I think I'm not on any dating apps, and I think sometimes people will connect me with other people, maybe on IG or something. I don't know why though, but sometimes when I see someone else is also a content creator, I'm like, is there going to be a perception of me that you have, and then it's going to be a hard thing for us to get over? You know what I mean? And I think that's also why it can be hard to connect with people in LA. Because of course everybody's here because it's so beneficial to be in LA and they want to network and this and that. And I worry so much about having to filter through, does someone want to be with me for the right reasons? Are they just being performative? Are they just trying to fit into what I'm expecting of a guy in order to like appease me or be pleasing to me? Those kinds of concerns. And so I'm like, fuck it. I'll just be Lily Peach's side girlfriend, yes.
Yeah.
I think if you meet the right person, your eyes will sparkle. You'll feel that connection. inside.
Anyways, what do you guys
God.
think?
I want to date a normie. I think dating a normie is great. I mean,
agree.
yeah, because
Okay, wait. But what if they're kind of a normie, but they also make content?
I think that's fine, but yeah, I think that's totally fine. I think if their main job is that, but I just prefer somebody who maybe isn't in the field, but then again, if they are, then they can relate. But the thing is, I kind of like that balance of like one being, stable in their own way, and then me being like the volatile one, like out and about all the time. Yeah.
We don't mean normie offensively, just in case. There was one time
Normie / derogatory? Like what?
I got it. Okay, there was one time I called one of non-streamer friend, normie. For us, it means non-streaming, non-content creation, right?
And I actually think it should have a positive
Yeah,
connotation.
for
if
me, it was a
anything.
positive. Like, oh my god, you're like so normal, like
Yeah.
so well-adjusted,
Yes,
right? We're all
yes.
mentally ill here. But then they took the normie like, why are you calling me a normie? Like that's offensive to them. So now I've been really careful saying that word because I don't know if it's like. But I mean, I meant it in a good way. I promise. I swear to God, we mean it in a good way.
The person you were referring to as a normie took offense to you calling them a normie?
They didn't like that I referred to them as normie.
Who are they?
They
Huh?
were non-streaming.
Yeah,
people.
they were normie.
Can you stop? But like how I meant there, I didn't mean it in like a bad way. But I think they took it in like a oh, you're like kind of looking down. Oh, we're just normies, like that kind of stuff. So I've been trying to be more aware of how I say normie now. Anyway, that's just my spiel in case there's some normies out there. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
You're so funny. Normie to me is a good thing. Like
So we see-
sometimes, yes, the other day
We see it as a good
we're
thing.
probably gonna have to bleep this name, but like the other day I was talking to this guy and he knows some streamer friends and us and things of the like, or like he's seen some clips. And I was like, do you know who? And he's like, no. And I was like, that's a green flag. We can bleep that in, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, like you just see like random funny clips. You're not like in the trenches. To me, like that's normie good
Yeah.
shit. I'll ask them about like some random Twitter thing. They'll be like, I don't know what that is. Let's go!
It's
what-
kind of
A healthy brain, whoa!
Yeah, I like that they're. I think the idea of somebody not being on the internet that much is nice.
Yes,
agree.
especially.
Okay, sorry.
No, please go ahead.
You know, I had so much matcha today because I had this like matcha Monday thing with Jake. And I remember when we were saying
Matcha
goodbye,
Monday.
and I was like, I have a podcast with Lily, toast&yvonnie, blah, blah, blah. I remember a comment. It was burned into my mind. It said, Lily's going to get interrupted so much after all the caffeine Poki had.
No,
I was like,
we're fine.
yeah,
No, I'm good. I'm fine.
right.
Thumbs up.
Right. Do you remember that time you had food poisoning?
Yeah, like 7 years ago. But I sure wish I had a doctor back then, huh?
Right, not just a doctor, but an easy way to find a doctor.
Well, good thing we got ZocDoc, today's sponsor.
If you didn't know, ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment with them.
Talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, primary care to urgent care, and more.
You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, are located nearby, are a good fit for any medical need you may have, and are highly rated by verified patients.
And when you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, choose a time slot that works for you, and click to instantly book a visit.
Instantly book. It just
Appointments-
makes life much easier.
Very fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/sweet and sour to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today.
That's ZocDoc.com/sweet, the letter N, sour.
ZocDoc.com/sweet and sour. Thank you.
Anyways, Yvonne
Mhm.
or Toast, I want to ask you guys. So let's say someone was like, hey, I have this potential romantic candidate for you, and they show you their page, right? And you're seeing them make content. Do you judge them based off the content that they make? If so, what is kind of like a red flag or green flag to you?
What kind of content?
Red flag is, I think. I don't want to necessarily, but it's like thirst trappy stuff. I probably would not like.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thirst traps.
Yeah, that would be one of the few, I think, like only content things, or if they did a lot of dating, date bait
Ooh.
content type of
Date
stuff.
bait?
Yeah.
I've never heard date bait
That's
before.
a good term, actually.
I just
get what you
totally
mean.
made that up.
I
but,
like it.
Ooh,
That's a
that,
good
that
one.
might catch
That
on.
might-
Date
Yeah.
bait
Date
time.
bait.
is good.
Date
Yeah.
bait's
Because
good.
now that I've thought about it, I have come across creators. Like sometimes I'll see one funny video of a guy and like I'll go look at their page and then I'm like, oh, you're kind of recycling the same date bait joke for every single video.
Mm-hmm.
I respect the hustle though.
Yeah, those were probably the top two red flag ones.
What's your green flag then? Like what kind of content? Cooking?
Maybe they're nerdy.
Niche.
Cooking.
Niche.
Yeah, a niche
Like,
thing that they're like
niche
really,
skill
this is like how you do blah,
content.
blah, blah. Yeah.
Love
I
that.
see.
What about you?
What about you?
Anything high maintenance, I would see as a red flag.
Okay, what is high maintenance
Yeah,
for you
what's
though?
high
That's different for
maintenance?
everyone.
Like really good shots, really
Oh.
aesthetic
I thought you
shots.
meant like someone who likes purses. Or
Sorry.
something.
I mean, that's also like if they,
All the photographers, filmographers out there.
Yeah.
if their
Stop, bro.
content is like,
why?
hey, reviewing the Louis Vuitton bag, then I probably wouldn't date them because it's high maintenance.
What's with the high quality videos?
Yeah.
Yo, that
Like,
doesn't
what's
make
wrong
sense
with
to me
that?
either.
I like more of a chill vibe. I'm not. This is my preference. I'm not saying women who are, aesthetic and put a lot of effort into their content are bad. I just am a very relaxed guy. Okay.
You want someone to match your relaxed vibe.
Yes.
Okay.
If they were to vlog and hang out and like,
You want a low effort person
I don't want what? No. I want
so that they can then have low standards.
Oh, my God, Poki
First
me.
of all, I have very high standards. And I think I meet the high standards of a lot of women, actually. Okay. I'm not balding at 33.
Most people are balding in their mid-20s.
I have monies.
And we accept you for that. Monies. But he doesn't want to spend it on you if you like Louis bags.
Financially secure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Not overweight.
Okay.
And
Wow.
I've
jeez.
learned that for men, the bar is on the floor. So not too
You do have
bad.
to
He
be
knows,
like,
he
yeah,
knows,
You gotta
he
be
knows.
nice.
I'm in the winning position right now.
God, I hope the tables turn. Do they turn? Do they ever turn?
Oh man, doesn't get better. from
Imagine
here.
a world where there were just like so many good male candidates.
That's how I feel about girls.
Has there ever been an era where that's the case? The 1980s?
they're so shy.
I think it's mainly because
Yeah.
like 30, 40 years ago, women had less rights, you know.
Yep.
You know. I'm not gonna
You
comment. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go
So
with the
they had
women's
to
rights.
really settle for the guys. It's like, oh, this guy will feed me and house me
Mhm.
and only hit me once a month. And back then,
You couldn't even get a divorce.
yeah, you just had
sometimes.
to accept that.
Yep.
And now women have more rights. Grr. They're educated and make money and can be financially independent and
Mhm.
choose good partners. And suddenly the
Mhm.
guys are like, huh, well, I don't like that. So I'm going to blame the women instead. And that's why the bar is on the floor for guys.
Mhm.
Because for the last few decades, they've never been pushed to
Be
like
better.
be better.
Mhm.
Yes.
They've never had a need to. Yeah.
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 Keep that therapy up,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Very perceptive of you, and frankly, very accurate.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm using that to my advantage when it comes to dating. It's like, what are you gonna do, huh? Look for the other guys out there?
Bar is
There's
on.
no
Have you
other
gone
guys.
on any recent dates? I'm so curious. Like, what is a date with Toast like?
No, not recently. Well, in all of my relationship, it's kind of a friend circle,
Yes.
getting to know someone, vibing them out,
Yeah.
and then starting to date them.
Yeah.
I've never really gone on we're gonna go on a date as strangers.
Oh, you've never had to court someone.
It always went from like acquaintances to dating, never
Yeah.
straight up date.
Mhm.
How do you guys court people?
Yeah, that's
I
my
wanna
new
know.
thing. I will only accept courting. Yeah, like take me out on a proper date or like that's it. I feel like so often you just
Ah.
skip the dating phase.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, like we should really get to know each other for a long time within the confines of like courtship. Like we go out, we do things together, we discuss future, current,
How
life.
do they expect to skip that part? I thought you have to like.
Well, I mean, actually, I think that that's very, very common. I don't know if it's just an our friend group thing. I feel like just in general, it's common to like hit it off with someone, be like, all right, now it's everything. I don't
Oh.
know. What
Hey.
about for you guys?
Can we try a little experiment?
Okay.
Okay.
We each take turns pitching our first date idea to Poki
Ooh,
and
I
see
like that
who
idea.
she would pick.
Mm.
Okay, hold on. Let me cook. Okay,
Yeah.
wait. First of all, are we strangers or are we friends in this friend circle? Like, what's the?
We know of each other, but we don't know each other super well.
Okay.
I would ask her out to matcha, so she has a little bit of caffeine, and
How
we
would
just
you
have a
ask her out? In
conversation.
I need to-
person,
you need to
IG?
detail,
yeah,
detail,
like
detail.
really live it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we could have a conversation in person, and if it comes up, then it's like, oh, you want to?
Where's the setting?
Wait,
Like, where did you run into her?
This is
Come
a
on,
lot of
come on.
ifs and whats and like, you know what I mean?
You're like literally shooting your brain into this.
Well, she's giving the same. She said we're acquaintances. How do we meet? Where are we?
So how do you ask her out in person? Like what do you do?
Like you get to choose the situation.
Yeah.
At a party, at a gathering, at dinner.
You just like Insta DM or you Twitter
Oh
DM
my God,
her?
we're role playing.
Well, it would be if I met her at a event or something.
What event?
What event?
Come on,
How
man.
specific are we being?
What being suit? Like live it. This. Imagine
Wait,
this
this
happens.
3, 2, 1, and scene. You're at an event.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
event.
I'm not usually the one who courts people. Just give me a second.
Okay, I can give you a situation
Mhm.
that I can see you guys in. You
Okay.
guys were both
Improv.
creators invited to a convention. And you know
Okay.
how all the creators have that side room, right? Break
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
You
A
just
green
do.
room, yeah.
Yeah, it's a green room.
Oh,
You
okay,
guys are
okay.
sitting at the same table.
Yeah.
Yvonne, you've been crushing on Poki for the past 3 months.
Oh, for the
right?
past 3 months.
You've been
Okay.
liking her Insta, and sometimes she likes your Insta back. You think there's something going on here, okay?
Okay, okay.
That's how it
Oh,
happens.
that's
Okay.
good.
I'm like trying to look for
You guys
drinks
are
that they
sitting in the
have.
green room.
Yeah.
Round table.
Mm-hmm.
She's on her phone.
They have a
You're
lot of
like
drinks and snacks.
There's
and
some
it's
drinks
like,
and snacks, yeah.
I'm on
it's like,
Instagram.
I could use some caffeine right now.
Oh, do they have any?
No, I tried looking, but they didn't have any. But I really want like a nice matcha latte.
What? You're doing great. We're in a green room. Right? I think the show is starting soon. I could ask one of the assistants if they could get. I could try to Uber Eats us one.
No, it's okay. It's probably too late now, but maybe another day. Do you want to grab matcha another day?
Girl, you're giving negative risk, negative aura. I'm so sorry.
Now you know how hard it is, huh?
Listen,
Anti-rizzing.
okay, I always talk to people normally. I never have to like talk to them with intention of something. You know what I mean?
You know the struggle of being a man.
No. My rizz has always been just through like conversating with them normally.
Tell us your turn.
Yeah.
Let's see you try. Do you want a situation as well?
Hmm. I'm trying to think of the situation that I would do normally.
What about like a quiet house party? You both have
I don't think I'd approach.
Really?
Ooh.
He would
guys
DM
drink?
and that's it. He would DM.
You-
Don't talk for me. I probably DM. them.
You
Oh, you
what?
did.
See? I knew it. I
I think a party's a perfect place to approach someone.
Yeah, I
Like,
think so
really
too.
perfect.
Like if you had like a few drinks in and you're feeling a bit more brave
And social.
and social and she's standing by herself, you want to take that opportunity?
I usually get to know girls over video games
Okay.
because I'm shy.
He's such a shy boy.
I'm a shy boy.
DM video games.
I will say sometimes I think people who don't have rizz are actually the best to go out with. Because sometimes people who have too much rizz, it's because they got too much experience and you're just another stepping stone.
Wow.
See, best to go out with.
So it's more about gauging someone's intentions. And although you kind of fumbling, but it was really cute. And I'd probably be like, oh, like, did you just want to grab matcha sometime? I thought you meant
Yes.
right now. Yeah, and I'd be like, oh, that's cute. Yeah, sure. Like, do you
that's
know any
cute.
good
Yeah, I can
spots? I
see
know
that.
plenty, you
Yeah.
know? So,
Do you think people see you as a stepping stone?
oh, okay, no. Maybe I shouldn't say stepping stone per se. Maybe not for myself. Exactly. But I mean, like, when someone has a lot of rizz, sometimes that's just an indicator of them learning how to be charming, not necessarily them having like really good intentions with you or wanting to be with you in like the super long term. Do you know what I mean? I feel like those are two very different things and sometimes not really correlated. Like to me, rizz is just a skill. So if you're too good at that, I'm like, oh, you put a lot of points in that aspect of you. I wonder why. I don't know.
Here's what I would do. Watch out, guys. Lily Peachy coming through. So first, I
Mhm.
draw you a little picture. I'd be like, at Poki.
You know, I've never gotten to know like an artist boy. That's so cute.
Yeah, I would draw you.
Ooh, I
And I'd be
like
like,
that.
okay, then next week, I draw you again because you wore a really cute outfit. And I would just draw you
I'm in love already.
All right, I win.
Okay, but if a guy draws you even once, you're like, just ask me out already. You drew
that's
me is
romantic, right?
crazy.
A guy draw. Yeah.
I
would
did
do
Yeah,
that.
have a
that's so romantic.
guy draw me once.
Oh,
how
how was
How
that?
was it?
It was fine.
Oh, she didn't
Oh,
like
what's
it.
wrong?
Oh,
What's
that
it?
was
Yeah,
really
yeah,
there
what
was-
You
happened?
creep.
No, I did.
Was the
date-
drawing good?
No, I dated him.
Oh, you dated him?
Yeah.
Okay, was the drawing good?
Maybe this is the tech. You just draw girls, hand it to them.
Thank you.
Wait, better yet, no. Oh, I was gonna say something.
Don't say have someone else draw. Don't say have Chat GPT draw. He draws me, but I have 6 fingers.
Yeah, why don't you learn to draw and like do a portrait of them? That's romantic AF, I think.
I think so too.
Right?
That's very cute.
But you'd have to be good at it.
I probably wouldn't use that approach.
Okay, well that would be my approach.
Okay, tell us your approach.
Approach you.
Okay. He does it with his
I
Am I scared in this
Nah,
instance?
nah, nah. You're with your friends.
Okay.
but I'm super charming and competent.
You can't just say that as
say
if
you're
you
charming.
are.
Okay. Like,
You're you. Go.
sup, ladies.
What?
Sup, ladies.
Oh,
Hey,
hi.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I just wanted to say you're very beautiful.
Which one?
Yeah, which
This
one of us?
Not the rest of you.
Oh, you think my friends aren't beautiful?
Not as beautiful as you.
Oh, so you like comparing women to their faces?
Hey, so you worse than me or what? Huh? You were shitting on me? My rizz is bad.
Yvonne was dorky and charming.
Thank you
At
so
least,
much.
yeah.
So
that's true.
can I like
Reset.
echo
Yeah, you can go
rewind
back.
that?
Okay.
Reverse it.
Reverse it. Oh my god, this alcohol. There's no alcohol in here. Don't
Alright.
take a stripping.
I
Oh my
approach you.
I'm confused and slightly frightened.
Hey,
Mm-mm.
sorry to interrupt, but I just want to say you're very beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Wait, were you being sarcastic?
No, I wasn't. I
Do
would
you know
like
him?
No.
I would like to get to know you better. Can I buy you a drink?
Why is he talking like that?
Oh, I don't like to drink. Maybe like a Sprite. You like Sprite?
I love Sprite. You want to get Sprite with me sometime?
I'm not right now. I mean, like we're at a party. We can just talk now.
I'm scared of you, the way you're talking.
The way he's
Like,
talking
you might
is
murder
stirring
me
me
on
up.
our way to get Sprite.
Do you need help?
Actually, I think we should only talk at the party. I don't.
Hey, that's chill. That's chill. That's cool.
Has this ever worked?
Are you streaming right now? Why are you talking like this?
Hey, man. Stick to the DMs. You're right. You should not talk.
Oh, I read some books and watched some videos.
What
They
did they
said
say?
they
That's the
said
pickup artist.
Oh, I know pickup artist stuff. Okay, you're with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you're partying with Yvonne. Okay.
Hey.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hey, I couldn't help but. I really like your top.
Oh, thank you.
Are you from here?
No, I'm from Canada.
Oh, sweet. I visited Canada once. It was really nice. What part of
Oh.
Canada are you from?
Calgary. You probably
What
probably
are you
haven't heard.
doing?
I'm ignoring the one I want so that she wants my attention. I read that in the. That's what they do.
That would work if I was insecure, but I would just leave. I'd be like, well, either he wants Yvonne or he wants to piss me off.
Wait,
Either
wait.
way, I'm not interested.
Then I go, oh, sorry, didn't know. What's your name?
I don't like that.
No, I don't like
Yeah.
it either. I don't.
That's
Yeah.
icky, but I've seen people
I've
do
seen
that.
people do that.
I've actually received this energy at parties
What?
before. Yeah. Yeah, actually. And I swear those guys also get kind of aggro when you reject them or when you're like, why are you like being this way?
Yeah.
And there's the wide net guys.
The
Have you-
wide net.
Yes.
Wide net guy?
Oh, you go to a party, some guys always, they're setting the widest net, okay? They'll talk to your homegirl, hella. You're like, oh, this guy's interested in my homegirl. Then when she leaves, he'll talk to the next one. Then it's your turn. Whoever's around, he's casting a wide net. Whoever's interested, he's interested.
Learning a lot of terms today.
Oh, yeah.
Date bait, wide
Wait.
net.
Wait, should I try to rizz up Yvonne?
Oh my god! Wait.
Okay,
Oh,
give me a situation.
Okay. Ooh. You guys have just finished filming this podcast.
Mhm.
Everyone's like getting food. Blah,
So
blah,
we
blah.
know each other.
You know each other.
Yeah.
She's in the corner of the room on her phone, as per usual.
What do you
What did we talk about during the podcast?
It's this podcast. It's after this podcast. She's in the corner of the room on her phone.
Okay.
Everyone else is like mingling up, but she's like alone, you know?
Hey,
Hey.
I didn't get to mention earlier, but I really like your outfit. It's super cute.
Oh, thank you. I like your outfit too.
Oh, thanks. I heard you mention pickleball earlier. Like, do you go often?
Yeah, sometimes. I'm just sick right now, but I try to go once a week. My friend has like court that he books every Wednesday, so.
Oh, that sounds really fun. I mean, if you guys ever need a +1, I'd love to join. I think.
Really?
Yeah, it could be really
Okay.
fun to get to know each other.
Yeah, we have like a lot of new players that we're playing, so we actually need like we have 3 new players, so we actually need 4 to make a full team.
I actually have some friends who have played before.
Yeah.
And 1 or 2 who might just be interested. So maybe we could combine friend groups.
Ooh, I'm down. That
That
sounds
could be
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
All right, would you rather exchange numbers or Instagram, whatever you're more comfortable with?
Ooh, phone number sounds good.
Okay. And then you just got their
Who the
number.
fuck are you talking to?
What? He butts Listen, I think Toast is skeptical. Go ahead, express your
I don't think it's
skepticism.
skeptical. I think men are really easy to rizz up. Yeah, I don't think you need
Oh.
much strategy for a guy.
But Yvonne's a girl.
Yeah, in this scenario, is this like a?
I'm a man.
You're a man.
I'm a man.
That
Yeah.
would work on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you see how friendly she is? And I know she would respond that way to a guy too, but here's the thing. I'm being nice and kind of complimentary, but I'm approaching her as a human being first. I'm like, listen, you don't fucking know me. I'm not gonna be like, do you wanna go make out behind Lily's house? I'm like, let's get to know each other over pickleball. And maybe we'll mesh and maybe we won't. But maybe you'll see me hitting the ball real hard. But ooh, look at his big arms. Then I'll be like, do you want to grab matcha after this? But I'm only asking you, not everybody else.
True, she
You
did.
gotta
She
work up
did.
to
And
it, man.
she like picked up on something that I was interested in that I do.
Yeah, that too, that too.
Michael asked me to go get sandwiches. And that
Who asked?
Hey man, you get your turn all the time.
Yes, like this
You know what
isn't
I mean?
about you. Why are
Like,
you
stop
making this
trying
about
to
you?
join the single club.
You fucking narcissist.
talk about what worked with me.
We went to get sandwiches. Wait, that was like the first thing you guys did together?
The first things.
That's cute. I actually thought you were talking about like an average Tuesday.
No, I was trying to like the beginning, like what the weird.
The beginning.
No,
the
that's
beginning.
true. Like keeping it one, low stakes, and I think two, I think at least for me, when a guy approaches me in a more casual way, I'm like, oh, it allows me to feel a bit of that chase too. And it gives me something to look forward to. Versus like, dude, the other day I was talking to this dude, we were like DMing, and God, I hope he doesn't listen to this because he seems really nice.
Uh-oh.
But I'm not joking. Within the first like 10 minutes of talking, he was like joking about proposing to me. And I'm like, I know it's a joke, but like, why are you bringing out the P word? Like, even
The
as a
P
joke.
word, yeah.
I don't know you.
be
The
funny
only
if
P
it-
word I'll accept is pickleball. Like, let's keep it chill. I think if someone is like interested in being your friend first, one, that's just like respectful and a green flag. And two, it allows for this like formation of we're both building feelings towards each other. And it's like an equal playing field, which makes it more exciting.
Yeah, I do
You know?
like the slow burn.
I like the friends to lovers.
Yeah, friends to
yeah.
lover.
Oh my God, girl consensus. Oh, I'd be
Dude,
such a
it's
good
hard.
lesbian.
It's hard for the guys out there. It feels like guys are playing those story RPG games where you have multiple dialogues
Oh,
and
Toast.
only one's right and the
Oh,
other two's
Toast.
wrong, and we haven't read a guide
I've
on
seen
it.
you play those Chinese dating games. You pick wrong every time.
It's just like I think it's really easy for guys. Well, not easy. It's just like there's more ways for guys to screw it up. But when it's the opposite, guys are simple creatures. It's like if you're trying to rizz up a guy, you can say whatever you want. If the guy is interested, they're like, okay,
Oh my
yeah.
God, that's true. In the
That's
beginning,
true.
Yeah.
I did ask somebody who hated clubbing if they want to go clubbing. I didn't even know. They're like, okay. They just go.
I used to tell
That's
Michael
cute.
personality types. Now I know he wasn't interested.
He
but-
doesn't give a shit,
but
man.
I was talking all about like, oh yeah, this is your MBTI, and like according to this site, you're like this, and this is your Enneagram, and he's like, I like this, and I'm like, oh really?
You
Yeah.
listen when he talks about Warhammer 40K lore
yes,
and the Space
I know
Marines.
Warhammer lore.
But let's imagine he did that at the beginning. He just drops entire lore.
But if I was interested
and the
in
four
him,
Yes.
chaos
You
gods.
would
I
be
do
like,
think if
if I
you're like
was
really
Yeah.
interested in someone, you'll listen no matter what, whether you're a
yes.
girl or
You
guy.
could be
Yeah.
yapping
You'll just be
about
like, yeah,
anything.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's so interesting. Warhammer? Oh my God, tell me about that Space Marine. That's so cool.
You'll start wikiing random shit you ain't never
Yeah, I mean,
needed to
even though
wiki
it's
before.
tough.
it's just a trap when you like them a lot when you start actually trying to like listen to their interests. You know,
Yeah,
you're not like
looking
just
up
tuning it
their
out. You're
interests.
kind
Yeah,
of
that's
like, oh,
true,
I
that's
do want to
true.
learn about this.
Yeah. Their interests become your interests.
Hey, do you have any questions we could teach you?
I do pretty well for myself. If I, hey, not to brag.
Why do you have that voice? You didn't talk to anybody.
This is liar voice.
Yeah.
This is my Rizz voice.
Do you guys have a Rizz voice? Does your voice go higher or any whatever when you talk to people you like?
Yeah. I don't have a Rizz voice. How do I Rizz?
Yeah, how do you?
Seems you don't know.
I think I'm very good at courting. It's maintaining a relationship that I struggle with.
That's the hardest part.
That's the hard
Every
part,
day
the
is a
day to
decision.
day.
It's
Yeah.
a choice. Love is a choice.
But courting, I have no problem with. It's just like doing nice things, remembering the things she likes, ordering coffee, getting her flowers when it's nothing special. Yeah, just remembering the things they say, and then seeing opportunities to act on those like things. Like her favorite dish is this. Get her this. Make her that.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to go watch the show. Make time to watch it together, kind of deal. Just show that you're paying attention.
I agree.
I feel like there are so many potential candidates for you out there. As you said, you're flexible. What? I was like, oh, let me try to imagine, like the perfect wife for Toast. I'm like, oh, it could look like a lot of different things.
Yeah, I surmise.
But no Louis bags, no high quality video.
I think Toast is going to be married within like 4 years.
Four's
That's my
number, too.
prediction. Yvonne, 4 years.
And I think she will be someone who prefers traditional gender roles, but is very sharp. Like she wants to support, like be the one who's supportive to her partner, but she's just very smart, nonetheless, and like strategic in that regard. So she'll be able to keep up with you intellectually, but she'll still suit the kind of dynamic that you prefer in a relationship. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
And she'll be above average in looks.
I think he'll be a good cook.
And Asian, maybe.
Asian?
Asian.
What?
Asian.
For Yvonne?
Asian.
Me? Wait, you're
Asian.
talking about
Crazy
me?
word.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were talking about me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought she was talking about you.
No, she was talking about
no.
you.
We were talking about you.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 4 years.
Wait, can I say the craziest shit? We could totally cut this out. But that's the fun of podcasts. I can ask anyways. Have you guys ever thought about dating each other? And why that wouldn't work out?
We answered this on the
We did.
Truth or
Oh,
Drink.
drink.
Yes, you
Yeah.
too.
We did.
There's
So I was like,
oh, no,
"Ah."
me and her
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't
in
know.
the original one.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
I think
Oh,
that
yeah, no.
would be weird because it's like
like-
dating your
It's
sister.
like incest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does feel
I
like
do
that.
feel like this feels like
Even talking to him about like when
That's
he was
so
asking
cute.
me about the other stuff, it made me feel weird because like talking to my brother about it, like
Oh,
I
I
did
know what
not
you
like.
mean.
No.
I did see Michael as a
That's-
brother first too, though. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's
Oh,
that's
sorry.
different.
Really weird.
That's
No,
so.
Yeah,
that's
see,
Wait, guys,
that-
I can explain.
Because
That
you're
means you're
act-
doing incest
Yeah.
I can explain.
You're
and then
incesting
I didn't see him
as a verb.
Yeah. I think
Right.
me and Toast would annoy each other too much. Like you know how we tolerate certain things because we're friends.
Mhm.
But if we start,
That
like
is true.
once,
I thought about this.
yeah, once you start dating somebody,
You have to really
flaws
like
become
yeah,
big.
yeah.
They're
But him as
magnified.
a friend is great.
Yeah, you as a friend, great.
But like romantic relationship,
yeah,
I can imagine you pulling your hair out.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you also dying of stress early age.
Mhm.
what the
Thank you,
heck?
thank you.
No.
No,
That's
both of
true.
you, I feel like would like I don't just you give sibling energy.
Yes.
And it's weird to
So
think otherwise.
cute. So cute. What?
Would you date me?
Ben.
Between the two of you, who's usually more worried about saying something bad on the podcast?
Me.
Lily. And it's something I'm trying so hard to brainwash out of her. Stop it.
Well,
Stop it.
it's just me wanting
Stop
to
it.
be like civil. You know
Mm,
me.
Yeah.
I like being civil, and that's just who I am.
See, on our podcast, we had a clip that got a lot of attention.
Say more.
Because you know me, I be clip farming all the time.
He's rage baiting.
I just swear, like I just don't know the longevity of our podcast. You know what I mean? Like
As
I
long
feel
as you want.
at any given time, he could get canceled, and I'm just gonna be the person who's next to him in the video. He could be like, oh, I don't know.
I don't-
I
What
don't know.
happened? What happened?
it was pet peeve. So it was topic of like things that doesn't matter that,
Yeah.
annoys you every now and then.
Mhm.
My pet peeve was people who call Yoru in Valorant
Yoru?
I saw this.
Yeah.
Yoru.
Yoru. If they're not like a native Japanese speaker.
That's so
That's
funny.
such a specific pet peeve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we play some Valorant games with friends. I watch Valorant clips, and when like this white American who I know doesn't speak Japanese, call it, "Hey, look out, Yoru is B." I'm like, yeah, a lot of effort pronouncing that. Just call it Yoru like everyone else, please. And it sparked this giant debate of like, it's actually pretty split 50-50
Mhm.
Yeah.
of like, oh yeah, I know what he means, man. And the other's like, well, sorry, he just tried to appreciate culture from another like language.
Or sorry,
Oh
he's
my.
saying it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but that's like a very mild pet peeve.
I
in my
actually
opinion.
think those are the perfect clips to farm, the 50-50s.
Yeah,
Uh,
because it's like it's just your opinion. No one's gonna like hate you.
Yeah,
for it.
I totally get what you mean, where it's like, oh, that feels a little performative. It is also technically correct, but it feels a
Oh,
little
careful, Poki.
performative.
They'll come after you next.
Hey, I could play both sides.
I call it Yoru because he's from Japan.
You Korean. You're from Korea,
私は
okay?
アニメ好きです。
You're so cute.
Wait, what? I do like Japan
You're so cute.
and Japanese
Mhm.
culture. I like genuinely.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
本当に好きです.
mm.
Yeah, so that's the thing we were talking about
That's
today.
tame.
That's very tame.
And then I made a lot of racial Asian jokes today. And then
What kind?
Well, we were ranking Asian food. We had a tier list.
Oh
Mhm.
boy.
So the reason why we're even ranking foods in the first place was because you want to rank races.
Rank races is a little
Asian
crazy.
ethnicities. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
nonetheless,
that's the toast.
nonetheless, you might be a bit biased.
Toast. I'm the good angel.
Should
on
we
your
have
shoulder.
an intervention?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
gonna intervene between you and racist content.
That's fair. That's fair. So that's why we did food.
Okay.
And each food represents an ethnicity.
Yes.
And there's no rules against ranking foods.
Mm-hmm.
Are you picking out what I'm putting down?
Dude, Yvonne, you live a life of turmoil.
It's
I know
scary.
how
It's
Yvonne
scary.
is. This is fucking frightening for her.
I
It
feel
would be
like I'm
frightening for
on
me
the edge of
too.
the cliff.
Yeah.
And like he's just behind me and he
He just
could
wants
push
to
me
go.
over
He
if he
wants to
could.
go.
Like he's just like, and then he's just gonna jump right after me.
So yeah, that's what we did. Don't worry, we'll probably cut out like 30% of the things I said today.
Yeah, we will.
It's gonna be a really short
30.
episode.
Yeah.
I like to play that role here.
Yeah, I think in this dynamic, she's definitely.
But
the
you need to
more-
join the dark side a little bit.
What does it mean to
You're
join
too
the dark
tame.
side? I say what I
Let
want.
loose.
Oh, let's have
That's a lie. You
fu-
say what you want, and there's a lot of stuff you want to say that you don't say.
we can
because
have
there's- I
a
don't see the point.
fun experiment.
Okay.
What's everyone's hottest take?
I always forget.
I-
I'd be
I
saying them
don't-
anyways.
All my takes are very lukewarm.
Because you guys must have one hot take that the public would disagree with, right?
I'm sure
Mm.
there is if I delve deep enough.
The first thing that came to mind was that I fucking hate Sasuke. That's the only thing. I don't think I have a
That's
hot
not,
take.
That's so
Yeah, that's not a
Boring.
hot take.
I think reading the synopsis or spoiling yourself before a game or movie ends is perfectly normal. That's probably my hot take.
Do you see what I have to deal with?
Yeah,
Wait, you don't think that's hot? Okay, what
You're
about-
just saying that because you do it.
Well, yeah, that's.
I'm
my hot
trying to
take.
think of a hot
That's
take. It's
not
just so
a
hard because I
hot
feel like
take.
everything. I agree with a lot of like things that are crazy. You know,
Mhm,
who's
mhm.
what would my hot take? Oh, cheating is okay. Like no, that would not. There's
Ooh,
the
put
there's
that,
just
put
no
that,
hot
put that.
take.
Mm.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's just that part.
cheating is okay.
The first thing I thought of was how much I hate oat milk. I think oat milk is an abomination. I think
Oh,
it's
you
really
call that
bad
a
for
hot
your
take
blood sugar
too?
levels.
I
And I think it tastes like
I think
butthole.
oat milk is overrated. too.
Anyways, but then the second thing I thought of was like, I think the way that we try to alienate people on the opposite political spectrum as us is really not progressive. I think we do that a little bit too much as people. Like just judging someone entirely based off of their politics, I think has become a really hot trend. But I actually think it's kind of a shit way to live.
What is
Hmm.
okay? That's hot.
Hmm.
I think racism's bad.
Okay, not a hot take.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very hot. I know.
Got anything for us?
Yeah, you got any
Toast?
hot takes?
I mean, I kind of agree with Poki. Like, I want to support abortions, but I also want to own guns.
So you want to like, never mind.
But I want to protect abortion rights with guns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it seems
interesting.
He's
like
actually for the women.
in America, it's very much like A or B. And it feels like if you're ever kind of like in the middle, both sides just hate you. It's like, oh, so you support like these terrible things. And it's like, if you, it's so hard to be nuanced, right? On the internet, it's just like,
You're either with us or you're against us.
yes.
But this
I
seeps
think
through
that's
like
just so
everything.
unhealthy.
But it's not only politics. It's like a lot of like, I see it in friend circles. I see it like everywhere.
Yeah, I also think sometimes you push people away from even wanting to better understand your perspective on things when you have that kind of attitude, which is sad. I think if you grow up in quote unquote indoctrinated into anything, whether it's like a religion or you live in a certain small city where everybody kind of thinks the same, and then you get to move away from home and learn more and open your mind. If you experience that, you just come to realize, oh, anyone can experience this. So if you come across someone who's more closed-minded than you, you should look at them as a work in progress, hopefully.
Yeah.
Not everyone is,
Yeah.
but they could be. That's just, I guess, like my optimistic perspective, sort of.
Yeah. You think if, we pushed him away too much, that's what radicalizes him even further into
baby.
Mm,
No, but some people are assholes. Some
Oh,
people
for sure.
have
For sure.
certain
There are the
political ideas,
assholes.
and they are assholes.
Yeah.
I just hope not everybody. Guys, any hot takes?
Mostly about the gun thing. I shot a gun recently.
And now you're in love with guns?
This is his
No.
personality now.
Me and Michael want to buy shotguns.
I want a gun too, and
You
I
want-
want it to be small and pink, a pink Glock.
Well, you would need a license for handgun, but apparently for a shotgun, you don't need that.
You don't need a license for a
Wait,
shotgun.
really?
Because a handgun is small and you can kind of like conceal it,
Uh-huh.
but a shotgun's really big, so people would know when you have a shotgun.
Okay, so you need a license for
A handgun.
wow.
But you could just have a shotgun.
You can
for
have
fun?
a shotgun, yeah.
That's kind of funny.
If you guys are interested in buying shotguns with
I'm
us.
definitely not, but thank you. Just a little pink Glock.
I want a katana. Because
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love katanas. What's-
Yoru head ass.
We should have an episode where it's just me and Poki and we're just talking about the most
Yes,
unhinged
outrageous.
shit.
Can I be with Yvonne then?
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah, we
just
swap seats.
that would be really funny.
Like,
Hey,
I fucking
Yvonne.
hate this. Oh, I fucking hate this.
Yvonne, I love you.
That's not how you normally are, though.
I say, I always tell you I love you all the time.
No,
I do. I do.
No,
I do.
you
I do.
do?
No, you
I
don't.
tell her I love her.
You
and
tell
she
You
her
doesn't.
say
girls
that
you
as
love
like a
them?
joke.
I say it as a joke.
Oh,
Okay.
Here's a question. Do you think our friend group is a matriarchy?
Oh,
that's a fascinating
that's
question.
an interesting question.
Really?
No? Yeah.
Make your own
I-
opinion.
Yeah, you should make an opinion that I'll.
Was
I'll
that
tell you what.
wrong?
I think more on that end, yeah.
Mm.
Like I would say, like if I had to give like a percentage, it'd be like 60-70%,
Wow.
60%, yeah, a bit more skewed. Yeah, we have some very strong women.
I feel like it used to be skewed the other way. Now it's skewed as a matriarchy.
Yeah.
Mm.
For our friend group?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but you'd have to go back like a while.
Ever since Toast fell from
Oh.
Fell from grace is crazy.
I don't know what to say.
What about you guys?
I always felt like our friend group was very heavily matriarchy because I remember even 4 years ago, the girls were all hanging out in the living room. There was like a gathering and the guys were like, I don't know, gaming at their PCs. And I went to the kitchen and the girls were talking about like a girl that did something not cool. And all the girls in the room were like talking about it. And to me, it felt like walking into a den of lioness.
I like that.
The
That's
council, I'm like, hey, I'm just getting my water. Talk your tea. And that's when it kind of hit me. It's like, oh, I think our friend group is very matriarchy focused because I think the guys in our friend group are very, well, I wouldn't use the word subservient, but very like,
Man, your choice of words.
They're just really nice and want things to be
Nice,
comfortable
that's the
for
word.
us. Most of the time, right? Really
Yeah,
nice.
they care about our comfort. and
Yeah.
I think they make sure.
like if there were business class seats and like economy seats, I think the guys in the friend group was like, hey, let's make sure the girls are all in business and then we take the economy seats.
Why are you saying that like it's a bad thing?
See?
No, but or like an abnormal thing.
I would say, like, because I was thinking about content groups, because there's more content groups these days. And I would say most of them are male focused. And I think about the female focused one. I think in streaming, offline TV and the greater friend group are one of the very, very few like female focused ones.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. I'm also now trying to think like if we were to tally up our friend group, what is the percentage guys to girls?
I don't think it's a numbers thing though.
Oh, I think.
But
Like,
I think that
the guys
influences it to
respect
some
the
way.
girls a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. That's why we like them.
Why?
What?
No,
Sorry,
my point
elaborate.
is just like
cute.
if there's more women, then it's easier for it to be a matriarchy in a way. You know what I mean? I also think when I think matriarchy or patriarchy, I think, of course, not just of numbers, but numbers times power. And I think, what does power entail in our friend group? Two things. One, social power. Who are you friends with? Who do you get along with, etc. And I think the girls are really good at that. And then two, influence, whether we want to admit it or not, like how clouded someone is. It does impact, right? And so I think like if there's, for example, like a meta or an era where our social group wasn't as developed or there weren't as many girls and it's just like a lot of really popular guy streamers, it leaned or would lean more patriarchy. So maybe like many years ago, like in the inception of OTV kind of thing. But as it went on, I do think it became more and more female centric.
Woman, cool. Ah, fuck my eyes. Sorry. Oil is in my eyelids. What do you think?
No, I agree. I think it also allows kind of like, I think girls would feel like more, not that they feel unwelcomed in other spaces, but it's like, oh, all the big popular streamer girls kind of come from this area of the streaming world. Like maybe they're more attracted to it because of that. I just been thinking more about like kind of this new era of streaming and everyone's place in it, and just got me thinking, oh, if, for example, OTV ever want to focus on new kind of talents, would we focus more on guys? Would we focus more on girls? Would we focus on like rizzing content? Would we focus on lifestyle content?
OTV and rizz?
Yeah.
Nah.
So
Never.
I don't think we've ever.
And we would never.
I mean, I guess I could try, but it would probably not work.
what are you referring
What are you
to?
talking about?
Wow.
If anything, it worked really well.
No, that was irony, guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was making a funny.
Mm.
Did you not?
Don't worry, I got it.
Thank you, Poki.
This is why we have a podcast, and they have a podcast.
Yeah, it's been an hour, 10 minutes.
Anything else in regards to this topic you want to add? Actually, I think it would be fun to quickly discuss like OTV adding people. Have you guys talked about that?
We
You want
talk
some like
about it.
phase-ish boys up in the group?
Do you guys have a Patreon segment?
Phase up.
We
Yeah.
do have a Patreon segment.
we talk about it there?
We could discuss
Yeah,
it
we can talk about it there because
All right,
I have a lot of
thanks for
thoughts.
watching.
there. Before we end, I want to mention a couple things.
shit.
One, I had so many other things to talk to you guys about, but then I was like, fuck it, next time.
Next time.
Like, this was a good appetizer for us to just vibe and yap. But chat, that's you guys watching. I feel like this will be the first of many. We could go on y'all's, you could
could
come
go on
back,
your
we could
guys'
do
too.
anything.
Mhm.
There's much more to discuss. But thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Please check out We Were Fighting Before
We Were
This.
Fighting
Please check
Before
out
This.
Toast and Yvonne. And yeah, please shout out anything you'd like to.
Hey, I'm just happy to be here.
Me too.
And we're happy to have you guys, Jeremy and Yvonne.
Thank
And
you
if
so much.
there's any single ladies out there, oh,
That want to hear him talk
Hey,
in this
stop talking
voice.
like that. Maybe you'll do better.
this is how I normally talk.
No.
Thanks for watching.
Why are you faking your voice?
Thank you. We'll see you on the Patreon where we discuss
More
new
stuff.
members on OTV Slay. Goodbye.
Does OTV want to try and fill it or be okay with doing what we're doing?
But what are you gonna do if people like are all split up? There was something that I was gonna talk to you about off camera, but I'm just gonna talk to you about it here.
I'll rank kinks. Yvonne? Green flag.